dataintegrity, and we taken out some what we can say. So the constraints we discussed in the last session, right? And we taken out so one of unique constant we discussed in the last class, and column level we discussed how it was applying column level on individual columns and how it was testing your data we discussed. And now we'll see table level, how to use a unique constraint in your table. Okay, let you see guys here. Okay, right. So now let me come on guys. So now I'm creating one small table. Okay, so create table, the test one, okay, test two. And now same thing, serial number, integer, and name I was taken here, and varchar 2 of some size. So here, first of all, in table level, how it was defining table level means, first all columns are, we are going to be defined first of all. So how many columns you required for your table. Okay, now, so as per your requirement, how many columns you need. First, you define all columns one by one. After defining all columns, then end of the table structure, now you can see your unique constraint type, that constant type name unique or form. So you can apply your single column, you can apply as your wish, you can go to like this. Otherwise, you can apply the combination of columns also, you can apply like this. So either single column or combination of column you can. Now you can see guys here. So I defined here two columns, and finally unique constraint was applied on these two columns now. I was applied these two columns now, right? Now, once you have to go for to design like this is called as a table level. Okay, it is called as a table level. Okay, we call it. So how to apply constraints on table level means this is our way how we can do. Okay, now, right? But after applying your unique constraint on this combination of columns, see very important point here. Your unique constraint we applied a combination of columns, not individual columns, not individual columns. We applied on combination of columns we applied, right? So whenever you applied your unique constraint on combination of columns, definitely when you inserting the data, at the time of inserting data also combinationally or combination of columns data only checking. Okay, not individual, not individual. It was checking the combination of columns only checking. Okay, now. So let you see how it was going to be work. How it was going to be work here. Observe this. So now I'm going to insert my first record. I'm inserting. So insert into test number 2, sending values. Okay, now serial number, for example, 1 comma some name is Sai. So this is my first record. So there is nothing problem in this. It was accepted. Okay. So yeah, nothing is problem. So your record successfully inserted. But the same thing, whatever we inserted the record, so that will be accepting into your table. Let you see here. 1 comma Sai. But the same information, let you see if I'm going to insert here the same data, 1 comma Sai if I'm inserting. That means the same combination of data I'm inserting here. But guys, tell me already this combination is already existing in your table, right? This combination is already existing in your table. And the same combination are you inserting again? So can I say it is a duplicate data? Come on guys, can I say it is a duplicate data? Can I say it is a duplicate data? Okay, yes. So we can say duplicate data here because 1 comma psi and 1 comma psi. Already 1 comma psi is what it was there under your table, but again are you inserting same 1 comma psi? So when this combination of data already existing, so that's why what it was happened when I inserted, it was saying duplicate data. So now your unique constraint is violated. Okay. Now, so this is what combination. For example, now let you see I'm inserting now. Now I'm inserting 1 comma if I'm using Adams. 1 comma Adams. But guys, here what I said, unique constraint we applied on combination of columns, so that combination of columns data only verified. Individual columns are not verifying. Individual columns are not verifying. So it was verifying the combination of columns data only. So now tell me, now if I'm inserting 1 comma Adams, but 1 comma Adams combination is not there in the table, so now I'm inserting 1 comma Adams. Can you tell me, can I accept this? Come on guys, can I accept this? Okay, now right. So what it was saying, yes, we can accept. Very good. Good catching my point. Good catching my point. So it was accepted. So why sir it is accepted means, yes, sir, your unique constant you applied on a combination of column, not individual columns. It's the first point. It is not applied individual, it was applied combination. So that's why combination of columns data only verified. So combination is verified. 1 comma Adams. 1 comma Adams is there in the table? No. So 1 comma Adams is not there. So not there means what it is here? It is a unique data. This is a unique data. And now that unique data successfully accepted by your unique constant test number 2. Now you can say accept. Okay, now suppose if I insert a next one. Next one I'm inserting here. 1 comma Adams I'm inserting again. Now tell me, now this combination of data, can I insert again? Good, very good. Good catching my point. So this is not allowed. So why, sir, it is not allowed, sir? Because 1 comma Adams combination already existing in my table. Already there in my table. So that's why it is not allowed. Suppose if I inserted here, the next another record, 2 comma psi. Can I insert 2 comma psi? Yes, definitely. Good catching my point. Good catching my point. This is allowed. Okay, now. So that means what you understand, guys, here, the combination of columns data is going to be verified here. So in this combination of columns data, suppose it is repeated, that means if it is repeated the same combination, then only it was going to be treated as a duplicate. Okay, now, but any one column is not here. Individual columns are not checking. First thing, okay, now individual columns are not checking. It was checking combination of columns data. So that's why it was accepted 2 comma psi. So this is column level. We can go to apply in your so unique constant, how to apply column level as well as table level. So this example, whatever I was given here, this example is called as a table level scenario. How to applying your constants in table level. Okay, na? So right, this is unique constant nature. What is next? Not null. Not null constant. So in the name only there. So what it was going to do here, restricted nulls. Okay, but accepting duplicate values. Okay. And one more thing is what now? Not null cannot be, defined. Not null cannot be defined at table level. Okay, table level we cannot define. It was defining only column level. But table level scenario is not supported by your not null constraint. Okay, table level it is not supported by your not null constraint. So now it was supported only column level, and column level only I can apply my not null constraint. Okay, let you see. Let you see now. So create table, the test number 3, and suppose I'm giving you EID integer. So I'm passing not null in the same to same name. I'm taking varchar 2 of some size, and here also I'm giving not null. Okay, so on individual, this is called a column level. So individual columns wise, we applied constants. So now I was applied constant on EID column as well as name column. Okay, right. And later now I'm going to insert in here test number 3. I'm sending value here. Suppose you can see ID 101. The name is, for example, I'm taking here Adams. Okay, so now it is accepted. It's a first record accepted, nothing problem. But the same combination of data, if I repeated, so it is also accepted. Same combination, that same data, if I repeated, it is also accepted. So now you can see duplicates are accepting into your columns by not null. So 101 Adams, 101 Adams, 101 Adams. So duplicates are allowed here. Okay. Now, but when I try to inserting null values, for example, if I'm trying here null and second name is what here Jones. But here individual columns are checking because individually not null applied. So not null we applied on EID column separately. Not null we applied here name column separately. Okay. Now, so now here I'm inserting null for EID column. But null, I'm inserting EID column, but EID column is a not null constraint, so it is not allowed. So it was saying clearly cannot insert null into which column, EID column, you cannot insert here. Same to same when I'm passing now. So 102, and here I'm passing null, but here unfortunately your name column is also having not null, so this is also not allowed. Okay, now so here what it was happen, if you combination you can go to, for example, if you send like this, so null comma null if you send, but nulls are not allowed. Okay, so it was allowed only duplicates but not a null. So this is the nature of your not null. But not null, let you see, if I applied your table level, I try to apply table level test number 4, suppose EID integer. So name I'm taking here varchar 2 of some size and comma, and I'm going to apply not null of EID comma name column. Okay, so this is table level. Suppose are you try to like this, but what we said guys here, not null is not supporting table level mechanism, is not allowed. So now I just executed this one. It was showing here invalid identifier. So whatever you are given this not null, this is invalid identifier. So that means your Oracle is not consider this definition. Okay, so that's why it was showing there is no okay invalid identifier. So that means what understand guys here, not null constant we can define at a column level but not a table level. Okay, right. This is the second constant. Okay, how it is. And the next one is the third constraint is called as a what is now check constraint. So check constraint, okay, what is the purpose of this constraint means? Here I said it's the purpose of your what now? To check values, okay, to check values before, okay, before accepting into a column. Okay, now before accepting into a column. That is what a check. So it is going to be before accepting your value into table column, first your value will be check. But your check values with what here, with the user, okay, with the user defined condition. So whatever the condition was given by user, so on that particular column, so based on that user condition it was verified, and if a value is satisfied the given user condition, accepted. If it is not satisfied, not accepted. Okay, so this can be used in column and table level. If you want to say column level, and if you want to see table level, it's the both are supported here. Okay, column and row. Now we can come out and check. Okay, the one more table I'm creating now. Create table test number 4. Suppose I'm giving here employee name. Okay, I'm going to pass in here. So varchar of to some size and salary. So I'm taking your number. Okay, but on this okay salary column, I was applied check of salary must and should be greater than or equals to 8,000 rupees. Okay, this is what condition applied. So this is column level. I was applied my required column. On which column I need to apply my condition, you can apply that condition. So salary column I was applied, a check salary is greater than 8,000. So once you created, then your table successfully created, guys. Here later I want to insert now. So insert into test number 4, sending values. So name is, for example, Sai, and salary, for example, 7,500. If I inserted, can you tell me, guys, here 7,500 will be accepted? Okay, right. So now here 7,500, whatever I'm inserting, guys, here the 7,500. Okay, the 7,500, when you go to comparing your, okay, when you go to comparing as whatever the given condition here, so this condition will be checking by your Oracle server internally. Okay, now so 7,500 is greater than or equals to 7,500 is greater than or equals to 8,000. Okay, so it is not true, the condition is not satisfied. So that's why what it was happening, guys, here your, okay, data will not be allowed and showing error. So what it was saying here, check constraint is violated. Okay, no? Right. In the same to same, for example, I'm going to showing here the same thing. If I'm giving exactly 8,000 rupees when I'm giving here, so tell me, guys, here 8,000 can I accept into my table column? Can I accept this one? Yes, definitely we can accept. So definitely it was accepted, because why it was accepted means my condition is greater than or equals to 8,000. Greater than or equals to 8,000. So here I'm giving 8,000. So it is satisfied, allowed. So this record is allowed. And when you come back and see your table, so select a start from test number 4. Now you can see 8,000 is accepting here. So 8,000 or 8,000 above only accepted, but below not accepted. Okay, this is column level. But the same thing when I go for table level. Okay, when I go for table level, then how we can go? Let you see. So create table test number 5. Okay, create table test number 5. So now I'm passing here some name, e name. Okay, this is varchar 2 of some size, and later I'm passing your salary and this number of some size. Okay, I just define my columns. So I just define my columns. After defining your columns, then you can apply your check constant, check offer. So check offer e name is equals to, e name is equals to, suppose I'm passing lower of e name column. This is one condition. Okay, end operator salary. Okay, end operator salary, which is greater than, okay, now I can give 5,000 I was given. So this is second condition. Okay, so now I'm finally close. Finally close. Here two conditions on two columns I'm going to verify. One is check constant we applied on e name. So e name is equals to lower of e name. That means whatever the name I'm inserting, that name compulsory lowercase characters names only allowed. And the salary must and should be greater than 5,000. So means already we discussed in the basics. So guys, here what is the end nature? End means what it was, guys, here how it was accepting your values end. Yeah. So and means what more guys here? Both conditions are true. Yes or no? So when both conditions are true, then only true. Otherwise false. So first condition what now? E name is equals to lower of E name. It's my first condition. And second condition is what now? Salary greater than 5,000, right? Now let you see I'm creating, so my table level, okay, check constant is applied here, and later I'm inserting now. So insert into test number 5, sending values of, so e name, suppose I'm passing here e name is Sai, amount of salary I'm passing here, okay, 6,000 I'm passing. Now tell me guys, can I accept this one or no? This whatever the two values I'm inserting, these two values are satisfied your conditions, satisfied your conditions. No, not satisfied. So which one is not satisfied? Okay, first condition is not satisfied, but second condition is satisfied. Because first condition I'm asking lower characters, but here I'm passing uppercase character. Second condition salary is greater than 5,000, so 6,000 satisfied. So first condition false, second condition true. Then false true, what happened guys? False true. Yes, false true, false only. So that's why it is not allowed. It is not allowed. It was showing check constant is violated. Okay, now. So this is not allowed. But when I'm inserting guys here, let you see Sai and 6,000. Suppose in Sai 4,500 I'm using. This time, yeah, this time also not allowed because maybe my given condition e name is equals to lower of e name. This is condition I was given. So lower of e name means here Sai lower, okay, satisfied. But second condition is not satisfied. Second condition, what I'm asking more than 5,000, but are you given 4,500? So this is not allowed. Okay, now this is not allowed, right? Right. Now we can go to checkout here. Now next one I'm giving here. Next one is I'm giving here. So same thing. Suppose I'm passing. Okay. Now 6,000 I'm giving. So what it was happening here, whatever the name we are sending Sai is which case character, low case character. So lower function we applied. So lower function we applied. So satisfied your data, lower function satisfied your data, and second is also satisfied. So total satisfied, one record is allowed. Now both conditions are true, then it will be true and to accept it. Okay, now both conditions are true, then it will be accepted. Okay, now so this is what we call as, this is check constraint, how we can use on column and table levels, right? Now, and the next constraint is called as what now? Primary. So primary key. So primary key, simply we can say guys here, it is a combination of, it is a combination of, so unique plus not null nature. It is a combination of unique plus not null nature. Okay. It is a combination of unique plus not null nature. So why, sir, why it is called as a primary key will adopting? Primary key will adopting. Okay. So it was adopting unique nature and also not null nature. So that means it was adopting unique nature and also not null nature. So what is unique nature? Duplicates are not allowed. What is not null nature? Not nulls are not allowed. So these are the two things. So the two natures of these constants is adopting here. Okay, now that is the reason by using primary key what happened. This is restricted. This is restricted duplicate values and also nulls. Both are restricted here. Okay, both are restricted because the primary key is a combination of unique and not null. So that's why the both the kind of data is restricted by primary. Okay, but here the very important point is what now, guys? It's a very important point is what now? A table is is having only one primary key. Only one primary key. So now your very important point is what now? So previously unique constant, not null, check, and foreign key. You can go for any number of constants you can use. But primary key is not like that, guys. Yeah. Primary key is always taking only one primary key on one table. But more than one primary keys are not possible to apply. Okay, now so that is the nature of primary key. And primary key column level, if you want to see, so we will go for column level. How to use here? Let you come out. So I'm creating table test number 5. Suppose P code, product code, integer, and here applying here. So primary key, and next the product name. So varchar 2 of some size. And suppose are you applied one more primary key here. Okay, now tell me in my table definition, how many primary keys I used here in this query? Two primary keys I used. But when I'm using two primary keys on a table, what happened? You can see it giving error, and clearly it was showing us a table can have only one primary key. So your table is simply it was saying that what now your table should have only one primary key, but more than one primary key is not okay. Now then what we want to do, any one primary key you want to remove from your column. For example, I removed your primary key from product name column, so I just use it. So now in my table, can you see P code is having primary key, but P name is not having any primary key. So only one primary key is there in this table. So now it is allowed. Already test number 5 we created a test number 6. Okay, so a table cannot accepting your multiple tables. So that's why I just remove any one primary key from any one column. So suppose I removed from product name column and executed. So now it was accepted, and we have only one primary key on a table. And this primary key we applied on P code column, so that column only verified here. So let you see, if I'm insert into test number 6, sending values of so 1021, and the product name is C language, and now executed. This is my first record successfully executed, and let you call your table test number 6. If you call and see 1021C is executed. Okay, now later after that what happens, suppose are you inserting next one is suppose next record 1021, and I'm inserting here C++. I'm inserting, so but here product code 1021 already existing in my table, but again are you setting same number? So will you accept this one? Will you act one? No, it is not accepted. So that's why it was showing error. Okay, which nature is going to be adopted here? Unique constant nature is adopted here because duplicates are not allowed. Okay, now for example, now I'm sending null comma C++. I'm going to send it, but null is also not allowed. So your P code column is not allowed null also, because your null nature also adapting by primary key. So that's what the people say. Primary key, once you apply it on any column, the column is not accepting duplicates and nulls. Okay. And now suppose if I'm inserting 1022, and now I'm passing here C++. Now if I inserted, it was successfully accepting because unique information we inserted here. So 102122, but the duplicates and nulls are not allowed. Okay, now so this is what we call as primary key in column level. Okay, but the next one is what now? Primary key, how to apply it in table level also. Okay, in table level also you can see. Let you come out. So create a table, the test number 7. Okay, so now I'm sending same thing. So P code, integer, and P name. varchar 2 of some size. And finally, I'm using primary key. So only single primary key on how many columns? Either you can apply single column, you can apply, otherwise you can apply multiple columns also. So now I'm using. And now tell me guys here, in my table definition, okay, so how many primary keys are there? Okay, right. So here only one, okay, here only one primary key was there, right? Right. So now it was accepting successfully. That's nothing problem because only one primary key we applied on multiple columns. Okay, now, right. So now here also same thing. So how I was saying here unique constraint. So here also same thing. Primary key we applied on combination of two columns. Okay, now same unique constant, how we applied a combination of two columns and combination of two columns data, how it was verified here. Same to same. Here, primary key we applied a combination of two columns. Okay, now, right. So now whenever you apply primary key on combination of two columns, then your data also verified in the combination of two columns only. Okay, now we can see, now I'm inserting here. So insert into test number 7 and sending values 1021 and C language. So this is accepted. But in my table, if I want to see after accepting this, if I want to see in my table test number 7, so 1021 successfully inserted now. But the same combination of data, again I repeated, but this is not allowed. Why, sir, it is not allowed means just now I said your primary key is going to be checking not individual columns. Your primary key is going to be checking combination of columns. Combination of columns. That's why combination of columns data already 1021 comma C already existing the same combination here. That's why when you inserted another combination 1021 comma C, it is treating as a duplicate and not allowed. But if I send here 1021 C++, if I'm inserting, can I accept this, guys? Can I accept this 1021 comma C++? Yes, it is definitely good catching my point. Good catching my point. 1021 C++, yes, allowed. Good catching my point. It is allowed. Why it is allowed, sir? Because 1021 C was there, combination. But 1021 C++, the combination is not there, right? So that's why it is allowed. Successfully, it is allowed. Okay, same as unique constraint, how we explain here, same as. Okay, now 1021C is a one combination, 10C, 1021C plus plus another combination. Suppose if I'm inserting now next one, 102 comma C. Can I insert this one, guys? Can I insert this one? This combination, can I insert? Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. So because this combination is not there, yes, definitely it was inserted. Now let you come out and see, select a star from test number, okay, 7. And now you can see 1022C is accepted. But tell me guys, your same combination, again, if I repeated, same combination, if I repeated, can I accept this one? No, it is not accepted because already that combination is repeated. So this is what we called as a primary key. Okay now, but a very important point is what now? Carefully observe. Carefully observe. So when we apply primary key constraints, when we apply primary key constraint on multiple columns, then we called as then we called as what now? So there's a very important point here, because in your normalization we are using this one. This is called as what now? Composite primary key we called. Okay now, so this point observe carefully. Whenever we applied primary key constraint on multiple columns, okay, multiple columns, then it is called as a composite primary key also we call. Okay, this is another name of primary key. So when primary key, if you applied on a single column, then it is called as a single or simple primary key. Okay now, so when we applied primary key on a single column, then it is called as a simple primary key we called. But when you applied your primary key on multiple columns, then it is called a composite primary key we call. Here composite, what is the mean by composite? Means composite is nothing but multiple. Composite is nothing but multiple. Okay now, so that is what we called, right? So this point should be remembered, because composite primary key, if I was say, then immediately you can understand that multiple columns we applied. And when you applied your constant primary constant multiple columns combination only verified. Okay, so that point should be remembered. So these are unique, not null, check, and primary key. And what is the next constant here? Foreign key now. So foreign key. So basically foreign key, why we want to use means, the foreign key we are going to be using guys here. Okay, the main purpose of foreign key is what now? To create a relationship, to create a relationship between tables. So whenever you want to create a relationship between tables, so their compulsory foreign key constant is need and we required. So without a foreign key constant, we cannot establish relationships in between tables. We cannot establish relationships in between tables. So this point is very important to remember. Okay, but guys, here whenever you want to creating relationship, creating relationship in between tables, there are few basic fundamentals or basic rules you should be know it. The basic fundamentals and basic rules you should be know it. Okay, so what are those? First, one by one I will explain to that basic rules. First rule is what now? In between which tables, in between which tables are you creating relationship? In between which tables are you creating relationship? Okay now, so in those table we should have a, okay, common column should be have it. common column name. But common column name is a optional, it's not a mandatory. You can take different names or same name, you can take it. Okay now, but same name is a recommended, guys, here. Okay, in real time the people will take it what now, same name. Same name compulsory, the people will be recommended. Okay, so it was recommended. Okay, na? Recommended. So common column name is not necessary, but it is recommended. Why, sir? Why, sir? But it is recommended means, okay, because of reason, easy to identification purpose. Okay, now, which is your referenced column, which is your referenced column in a table, that identification purpose, the people are using, the real-time industry people are using common column name, but this is not a mandatory. Okay now, so only identification. For example, let you see what is a point example of. Suppose you have some tables, test 1 table, test 2 table, test 3 table, test number 4 table. So there are there. So in 4 tables, suppose I feel like this, in between these 4 tables, I want to make a relationship. I want to create a relationship in between 4 tables. Suppose if I am taking the column like a serial number, serial number, serial number, serial number, then what it was happening? It is very, very easy to identify. It was very easy to identify. Okay now, so identification is very easy for the users or programmers in their applications when I was taking here same column name. Okay now, but suppose, okay, suppose if you want to take like this, serial number, SR number, okay, otherwise we can say S num, okay, SR num, okay. So it is also right. You can take no problem. Your relation is established. But what happened here? It is very complex. It is a complex. Complex means what now? The programmers will be making a confusion and difficult, which is my referenced column. Okay. Now, so common column name, if I was taken, okay, then I can checking which is common column name is there in multiple tables. So that is my referenced column. I can easily identify. Okay now, but if I take different columns in different tables, like a 10 tables, 20 tables are there, if you're taking different names now, so lot of confusion by user. The users will be confusing which is my referenced column in these 10 or these 4 tables or these 20 tables, what is my referenced column. So that making confusion is very highly. So that's why the people, what they will say, common column name is not a mandatory, but we recommended. But we recommended. Why we recommended means easy to identification purpose. That's it. Okay now, right? But here this is the point of a common column name point, whatever it is. But yet common column names may be different or may be same. That is optional. But this common column, whatever it was there, the common column data type must be match. It's a compulsory. Must be match. So what is the mean by? What is the mean by means? For example, let you see. Suppose I'm taking your test 1, test number 2. In these 2 tables, for example, in one table I'm taking S number. S number is, for example, integer. And here S number, so it is also integer. Okay. So data types are compulsory same. Otherwise, you can take like this here. Suppose S name is there. S name here I'm using char. S name I'm using here char data type. Okay now. So here we can use char data type. Okay. This is one. Otherwise, here S name I'm taking char, but here S name I'm taking here varchar 2. So this is also allowed. So that means this is allowed. This is also allowed. And this is also allowed. Okay. But when you send here serial number, here if you send integer, and serial number column. Suppose if you send here varchar 2, then immediately it was showing what now? Error. Immediately it was showing what now? Error. Understand my point now? So it should be not like this. It should be not like this. Okay now? Same data type or else compatibility data types are you can. But integer varchar date integer. So this kind of a mismatching of data types are not allowed. Okay now? So it was showing error. This is the second pointer meaning. What is the second point meaning? So this is this one. And the next third basic rule is what now? Third basic rule is what now? Okay now. One table, one table should have one table should have should have a primary key, and another table should have a foreign key. Okay, so this is one more. One table should have a primary and one table should have a foreign key. But here the point is what now? Whatever the primary and foreign key, we are going to be applying in one column of one table primary key, in one column of one table is what now? Foreign key. Okay now. But here, which table is having primary key? The primary key table is called as which one here means parent. Okay, parent table we called fk table. Fk table is called as child. Is called as what now? Child. Okay. So now parent and child we can go to security. Parent and child we can go to security. Okay. So primary key table. Okay, your server is treated as a parent table, and foreign key table is treated as a child table. Okay. This is one thing should be remembered. And the next point is what? Next point is what now? Here, so primary key table, parent, child, I said, okay. But whatever the foreign key column foreign key column values must be primary key column values only. So this is very, very important point. Okay, now foreign key column values must be primary key column values only. Other than primary key column values, not allowed into foreign key. Okay, it means what? It means what? For example, let you see. Suppose this is your table 1, test 1 table, test number 2 table. In test 1 table, we have suppose serial number, it's a primary key column, and same common column, and it I said foreign key. Okay. Now in this primary key column, whatever the values are there, for example, the values will be like this. So 10, 20, suppose 30. So these are some values are there. So in your primary key column, we have a 10, 20, 30. It means that your foreign key is also accepted only those values. So 10 is allowed because 10 is there. Okay, one more 10 is allowed because 10 is there. One more 10 is allowed because 10 is there. 20 is allowed because 20 is there in my primary key column. 20 is allowed. Next, if I go for 30 is allowed. Okay, now I can go for 30 is allowed. So, but when we sending here 40, when you were sending 40, immediately it was showing what now? Error. Why, sir, it was showing error when I inserted 40 means 40 is not there in the primary key column. Come on, guys. So 40 was there in the primary key column. 40 was there in the primary key column. Okay, right. So 40 is not there, so that's why it was showing error. Understand now? This is what. And the fifth point is what now? Foreign key column, or before I want to add some point here, by default, foreign key column is is allowed here, duplicates and null values. Okay, by default, see, by default, your foreign key column values allowed duplicates and nulls. So now that's why you can see, yeah, duplicates are allowed. 10, 10, 10 is a duplicate allowed. 20, 20 allowed. 30, 30 allowed. And even though you can insert your null, null is also allowed. Even though null is also allowed. So that is a default nature of a foreign key. That is the default nature of a foreign key, to allow or to accepting duplicate values as well as null values. Duplicate values as well as null values. Understand my point now? So this is what. So these are the some points, guys, here. Okay, these are the some points we should be remember. So whenever you want to making some relationship in between tables, whenever you want to making a relationship in between tables, so these 5 basic rules and basic fundamentals you just remember. Okay, now you just remember this 5 fundamental, then you can easily understand that how the relations are going to be creating. And once you have to, after relations, once you want to see the data also, you can understanding what is what. Okay, now so these are the 5 basic fundamentals right now. So this is the information about the foreign key, how it was going to be creating and uses rules. Okay, all we checked out. Now we will see some examples. Now we will go for to create a relationships in between tables, how to create relationships. Okay, and after creating relationships, what kind of the problems are come out and how to overcome these problems. Okay, so these are all the things we will discuss by taking off practical examples. Okay, now so those examples we will start it on Monday session. So Monday I will show you the examples of how to make it a foreign key relationships in between tables. Okay, and these are all points whatever I discuss, that all points also we can see practically whether it was justified or not. Okay, now right. So up to here, this is theory part, and practicals we will see in Monday session. Right. Okay, now right, guys. Thank you so much. And all of you received the last class notes, joints notes. All of you received. All of you received na joints. Okay, okay. Okay, right, yes, right. So thank you guys. Thank you. Good night, and we will meet on Monday.